What is happening? Tariffs are being placed on everybody that the US trades with, even the closest neighbor from Canada to Mexico to China. Everybody getting tariffs dropped on them because Donald Trump wants to make America great again, and all the manufacturing thing have taken place inside it.
He more or less trying to, I don't have to say bully, but trying to get people to do things that he wants. So he would use it as a threat, and then people would kind of come to the table to negotiate.
First of all, Michaela, anybody you know care about this?
I care about this because I had a bicycle. I care about this, which is why I was like, everybody gets all their tech before he comes into office, because everything gonna go up. He called me a madman, but I'm right.
Welcome to the Trinidad Cast. This is episode 102 in the 16th of February 2025 in the year 2025. My name is Mr. Charles from Make It Simple TT, and here are my co-hosts. One is called Akeem Dare, the next one is called Michaela Noel. Welcome to episode 102. How are you this week? Everybody good?
Oh, for the most part, tired.
No.
Just tired.
Let's just say at the start of when we were backstage, you were unfairly represented as a party animal, and it was not me who made the allegations. Right? I ain't throwing anybody under the bus. But
It wasn't allegations, it was a question.
yeah, right.
Well, it was an assumptive question.
An assumptive question. That was quite politically correct. That was like
Don't worry.
somebody asked me this week about what I think about DeepSeek. I was like, you should check out my podcast. It's it's a little bit far east leaning. And he was like, yeah, what it could end. I was like, well, yeah, data. I want to go to China, but that's okay.
Yeah.
We don't care too much about that. And I was having an AI conversation with that person. That was basically my tech week. I mean, I do other things. The 3D printer giving trouble again. Another thing to figure out because that's fun. However, talking to a layman about AI made me realize more than ever that people think AI is a Swiss Army knife. And they just be like, yeah, you could tell that thing anything and they give you back the answer. I was like, no, you can't. You probably were wowed by it being able to write a song, but did you actually check the lyrics of the song? Did you actually check to see if it has a timing and tempo and all them kind of thing? And I was like, yeah, songwriters, they didn't really have too much to worry about. But this person genuinely thought that AI will take away songwriters' jobs. And I can't believe that one because that's too much context in songwriting that that they ain't able to
Not
figure out.
as yet. You're not there as yet. Maybe next. Well, I don't know. In
Yeah,
terms of the speed
2 years,
AI
maybe 2
moving.
years.
Yeah.
After they
Moving
started,
fast.
once they start to scrape all the data from YouTube, that is when it's going to get wild. Because now every YouTube video, you have to say if you are allowing it to be used for AI training. Every time I put a video on YouTube, you got to check that box. Will you allow it for AI training?
Wait, let's check. Yes or no?
I say yes. Because
So you're selling our data without.
no mine is teaching videos. So if I answer a past paper question, I would love for it to be able to contextually understand CXC questions.
You're giving it up for free.
Nah.
I find YouTube should give you a little extra.
No, well,
if you're getting any ad revenue, give you a
well,
little extra.
On Gemini, whenever they pull a source, they just point it to the YouTube video link that they get from ChatGPT and DeepSeek. I don't know so much. Yeah.
But do people press the sources?
I do. I guess. Eventually.
I might copy paste it for later, but I actually won't open it. I'll be like, oh, this is good to have. I'll hold on to this, and I just never open it again.
Nah,
it's held on to forever.
Now, if I ask you something important, that I need to verify if it's correct, I click it on that source. Definitely, I click it on that source. But then again, remember the whole thing is I was speaking to a layman, so more than likely they ain't go care. But yeah. How was your weekend, Tech, Michaela?
What did I do techie last week? The most I did was work. Yeah, I feel like that's what I did last week. Last week I just worked and I did more work. And then just working. That's all I did last week. What's that?
Wow. Okay. Anyhow, is that time of grinding in your life where you just be like, all right, like just build this career, get work done, see how I could do, and figure out what's next in life. I understand.
Yeah, but
you know what happened to me? Like, I'll probably touch base with you a little bit of this. Well, apart from this whole week was just meetings.
For the third week straight?
With vendors,
3
with
weeks
everybody.
straight.
Yeah.
You know, so like this, like last week or week before, I was kind of telling myself, you know what, in terms of doing websites and that kind of thing, I feel I want to kind of ease up on that and focus somewhere else. I don't think I really want to be doing that, you know, because it takes a lot of time and whatever. And this week, between this week and last week, like 3 people messaged to do websites. So I was like, what's going on? Like out of the blue, like for the past, say, 3, 4, 5 months, nothing.
Yeah.
As soon as I say, all right, okay, I feel like it's the time doing it now.
Time to hang up them boots and you know that. No.
Yeah. But I mean, it's nothing concrete. It's just people kind of inquiring and
they want to know the process. They want to know them kind of things. And
Yeah.
I hear you. All right, well, let's go into our rundown for today. Today's rundown is time to digitize Trinidad and Tobago, the PNM the Prime Minister incumbent, whatever it is, Stuart Young, right? What is call it? Incumbent? No, the next up to bat, whatever. Yeah, he was at a digital transformation thing. Yeah, handpicked. Yeah. He was saying that it's time to digitize Trinidad and Tobago, and well, we'll talk about it because the Ministry of Digital Transformation has a few things that they've been working on. They had a shindig in the Hyatt or wherever it was, somewhere to talk about it. Then tech and agriculture. There's an article that I found with a YouTube video about us using technology in agriculture, which I watched the video and I was like, okay, all right, because we'll talk about it. What is considered tech and what is considered just, well, of course you should do that. And international article, because as always, we always try to do 2 local and 1 international. Well, 2 local / regional and 1 international. Will tech prices go up? Will the EU start to get into this trade war tariff drama? And how will they get into it? We may think it might be in tech prices going up, but it could be in other places too. So we'll talk about that and a whole lot more. So first article, time to digitize Trinidad and Tobago, and it's time to get out of the crib stage. That's the first sentence. So be back after this. Well, you probably made it this far in the podcast. That means you probably like technology a lot and like to at least hear us talk about technology. And that also means you may know somebody or somebody who knows somebody or somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who wants a website built or an app built or some sort of technology integrated in their business. If you want to help them out, you could send them to Make It Simple TT, send them to us, and we have business services that range from building websites to building apps to invoicing systems to ensuring that technology is used in your company to installation of routers, buying things online. So you can check us out, 308-8799. You can check our services out, or you could go to makeitsimplett.com and see some of the things that we've done and maybe give a recommendation to our website built or something like that. So here, watch the article, right? The Ministry of Digital Transformation, we know, trying their best to do something for the world. Energy Minister Stuart Young says the Digital Transformation Ministry must move out of the crib stage as it is time for action. Speaking at the launch of the national NDTS, National Digital Transformation Strategy, what did he say there? It's a symposium. I don't know what it was, but it's a lot of things that they were saying. From ideas to action, the ministry introduced new initiatives. Engage.gov.tt. One or you could go on that website and see what I have on it. Engage.gov.tt, an interactive public platform, and Ask NDTS, an artificial intelligence AI app designed to help the public better understand the NDTS. So we'll probably check it and see Michaela, you can check the website engage.gov.tt and I keep see if you can download an app called Ask the NDTS on your phone.
Okay.
Last time we downloaded that app on our phone here to see if for the government and see if it was working. It didn't work out too well. Yeah, the local TT app, but yeah. All right. So in the article, he says the only constants in life are death and change. It's time to embrace change. He urged the use of available technology to simplify and improve efficiency. Young said digitization, when done efficiently, can simplify government operations and enhance TNT's future prospect. All those things are, nice things to say. Cybersecurity was mentioned. Blah, 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 blah. Wait for this one, Akeem. Wait for this one. Young said the government's aim is a future where passengers could electronically fill out all necessary forms before boarding a flight, streamlining processes and improving security. He said with the help of AI, data can be analyzed quickly and any potential red flags identified.
That shouldn't be the future. That should be now.
That should have been 10 years ago. Let's just say that, right?
Real.
Yeah. So yeah, well, good. I'm listening.
No, I was gonna say, where you see this as like something to be. You say, well, young people be excited for innovation, whatever. So you see this as something to be excited about. So this is kind of just more the
it's
same.
just there. It's like,
I don't know what engage.gov.tt
you know what?
on it.
Michaela, you as the youngest person, do you as you speaking directly to you? What you say that's now? I call on our youth to get excited, get ready, and stand by. It's your turn to bring ideas, innovation, and energy to the initiative. How does that speak to you as a young person?
You see, as a young person, especially in Trinidad, when he says stand by, what he really means is when I have my turn, then those things will be implemented.
Oh gosh.
That's a standby. Standby for the next 10 years.
That's dark.
We will start.
That's rough. Okay.
I
ain't.
So you see, right, Andrew, it's not just me. I just be a little nicer.
I went to engage.gov.tt and here are the projects that are currently open to participation. That's now going to share the screen because I want you to see it. We Learn TT, which is access to digital and technical course at no cost to you. Digital transformation strategy. TT Wi-Fi, which I tried out in Arima and didn't work out. Developers Hub and engage.gov.tt. All of them have no end date. Why one have 12 days left and 12 days left? Okay, no problem.
Yeah, the end date is February 28th. So like it started January 1st, but like this is the first time, well, I don't know if any of y'all, it's like the first time I've seen anything about this. And it, you're supposed to put this out there more. Like if you want people to...
Yeah.
What's that?
Yes.
They now launch it. They now launch it.
No, it's saying input being collected since January 1st.
From key stakeholders. Chosen stakeholders.
Yeah.
The only thing here I know about is the We Learn TT because they offer free courses and whatnot. I think I started a course either a year ago or a year and a half ago.
You lie for real? Okay.
Yeah.
What course they have that you want to do?
It's the course I was doing is a Cisco. It's basically a Cisco certified in cybersecurity, something like that.
Oh, okay.
It's a very nice course. It is actually a very nice course, but
how did you hear about it?
How did I hear? I think emailed.
The grapevine.
Either through the grapevine or like they emailed me or like I saw it in like a WhatsApp group somewhere or somebody sent it to me. I cannot remember. Let me see if I could find it. I sure have somewhere
But
deep
it wasn't
in my
like,
email.
a campaign the government run awareness. Hey, young people, we had this cool initiative here, sign up. It wasn't something like that.
I think it was. So the first email I'm seeing from them is acknowledgement of Simply Learn license application. So it was a form you had to fill out to register. To register for We Learn, and then they'll give you an account. This was last year, January.
Mm.
But how, before the form, how you became aware of it?
I think someone sent it to me on WhatsApp.
Somebody sent it, okay.
Yeah.
It was a forwarded message. Yeah, those things work, I guess.
Yeah.
But I'm glad to hear that happened. That was good to know that somebody sees the need to forward these things because I ain't forwarding it. No, basically because I'm not a forwarder. I'm not a forwarder. I really like to spam WhatsApp groups with, hey, check out this thing that will be useful to you. Probably that's a bad thing, but it had to be something real good, like a real scholarship opportunity. Most times, if I had to forward something, I'll send it to a person individual. I don't like to spam WhatsApp groups.
Yeah. I mean, for me, some things like this and initiatives like this, you need to meet people where they are in terms of where their attention is. And it could be simple as running a little campaign on Instagram or whatever and flood it to people.
I think they do. I think they do. It's just that people just keep scrolling because it had nothing to catch their eye. And
I don't mean just post it to Instagram.
I know.
1,000 followers.
No, I think they do. Like they have people that be talking and they have like the weird jump scare kind of things. I see that already. I see that for the access centers. That's how I know that the access centers were available because I follow the actual Ministry of Digital Transformation. So whenever they have an ad, more than likely I'll see the sponsored ad because I follow them. And they do try. They do try. I wouldn't say that they don't. It's just that nobody cares because they're not making them any money. People always go somewhere where they'll be like, oh, this could get you money, or this could get you something free, or something along that lines. And if it's nobody, as an online teacher, people only come to your channel and thing when they have an exam coming up. Nobody's want to just say, hey, I want to learn, and I going to go on the internet and learn. It's not a thing. Yeah.
What I would say is, as a former content creator,
yeah.
a lot of the videos, like if I do a video now and say, right, free courses, free training, free this, a lot of those videos where you're trying to promote free things does actually do very good, like tens of thousands of views. So I wouldn't say that the work is probably the way to deliver any message.
Okay, well, let's say it's free and from the government of Trinidad and Tobago.
I could probably pull up some I do probably a few years ago, a year or two ago. Free courses, whatever, from the government, free training, and it is get people a lot of interest. It's have a lot of eyeballs behind it. So once you say free training, free this, free that,
I agree with you, and I understand. So maybe there is interest socially, like social media. People might watch the video, but nobody clicking the link to follow through it, to fill out the form or anything of that sort. Because I'll go a little further and say that most of the times trainees want to talk to a person and they don't like to fill out forms. They like to go to websites and submit anything or all that kind of drama. Because I don't know, like, the audios bunks up that problem. You just get fed up when you have to fill out a form?
Oh yeah, all the time. Sometimes I just don't bother. If I open it and the form looking long, I'm not doing it. Sorry. Nope.
I find that was like when the driver's license became possible for you to book your appointment online and you could have set the date and you didn't have to go and sign up in a line and all them kind of things. I found the form was long, but I knew that this is gonna make my life a whole lot easier if I could set the exact date and show up for my exact time and do my
The form
the right way.
long? Like, I renewed my license last year, the form? Well, it's
Nah,
probably on the form.
the first iteration of it was
Oh, okay,
horrible.
okay.
The first thing was to
Okay.
give you a calendar,
Oh.
and then half the calendar was grayed out. And when you choose a date, it will go forward and it will tell you the times on that date. And if you don't want that time, you have to go back. And then you have to put back in the information again and then choose back the calendar. And
Oh, okay,
all
okay.
kind of weird things was going on.
They changed it?
Yeah, much more user-friendly now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
that's how I remember doing it.
yeah. So that's good to know.
Yeah.
So
And-
most people, if they don't see the end product, they ain't gonna fight through them forms on them. So maybe ease of entry or less friction to access it may help. And also giving free things like I don't know, when you come you'll get something. So this engage.gov.tt, it's cool. All right. The website does clearly show different things and show all the projects that they're currently working on. So the information is there. And if they pay me, I wouldn't mind doing videos on these to let people know that it exists. But I have zero motivation to do videos, so I had to get paid. The national EID is there, data protection, digital economy, explaining what digital society is, explaining what digital government is. Like, the content is there. Somebody put in work with the content because there's a PDF where you can see all the slides, a YouTube video, text. They have a accordion in the website where you click things that drop down. Like, there was planning, there was work. Who knows about it? The people listening to this podcast. Yeah. All right.
Ooh.
All 70, plenty of y'all. Maybe up to 100 now. I check the numbers in a while. But the problem still persists, as you say, Akeem, that what's going to make people care until you have to get your brand new EID, national EID, and you get vexed because you had to go by the ID card office again or something. Which
Yeah,
I
boy.
waited for.
I dread into how that process is now. I ain't renewed my ID in a while, and I don't think it up for renewal in a while. Anybody had to go renew the ID anytime soon?
Well, I lost my ID, so I had to replace it, and it wasn't too bad. You go to the place, tell them, hey, I lost my ID. I need a new one.
Hold on. No. I eventually lost ID thing. Did you have to go and get a police report?
Yeah.
Did you have to go and pay stamp duty? Or some kind of weird thing?
I don't know what stamp duty is. I don't think so.
Okay. After you take the police report, you just carry it to the ID card office and say you lost it and you did get a new one?
Yeah, I think I had to pay like a small fee, I think.
$2.50?
It's probably more than that.
Oh, okay. Because if it changed, I could go and get my ID now because the reason I stopped is because after the police report, they make me go and pay something called stamp duty. Well, for the young ones out there, stamp duty is some weird archaic thing that they have whenever you want to go by the ministry to pay something. You have to pay for a stamp because they had to put a stamp
You know,
on
was
it.
the most amount of stamp duty you would pay when you're buying a house?
Yeah, correct. So I pay stamp duty for multiple things. Okay, so I think I'm gonna get my ID because my ID expired. No, my ID lost for this
So
may come
when
as a
you
shock to many people, but about 10 years now my ID lost.
So when you
Right.
get two forms of ID, is your
Passport and
your
DP, yep.
permit?
Always.
Okay.
Always. Because I
So,
was
like,
so vexed.
Yes, get your ID on the same day now, or you had to wait for them to?
I think I got it the same day, you know. I can't remember.
Don't play with me
No.
emotions here, Makela. Don't play.
It was in the same day. It was in the same day. I had to go back. Yeah, I had to go back.
Yeah.
I remember because I kept procrastinating going back because I need to find the time. So I finally found the time to go back.
Yeah, I fully would not want to go back. But
Yeah, boy.
okay.
I just sit down there whole day and then have to come back and next day to collect. Ugh, ghetto. Yeah, I finally replacing my driver's permit was pretty easy though. Probably because like when literally like the entire process for me, like well after the police report, Literally, I was in and out of licensing office in like half an hour.
Yeah, licensing
That's-
office doing the most right
yeah.
now. They're doing good.
Which location was that?
Rising Road.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I don't
Yeah,
know.
they're doing proper, like, you set the appointment, you get the date, they ask you where you come for, ting, bow, you fill out everything online already, they know you already, so you just go and take your picture and the machine does spit out the license. Crack, you take that and you're gone. No problems.
Yeah, the picture is the longest part.
Yeah. Because that picture matters now. I know somebody who's take the pictures there. He's like,
Hey.
yeah, people want their picture to be pristine. They do. So there's
I miss my old driver's license. That picture was so nice. Ugh.
Yeah, me too. I read on my one before. I don't like this one.
Anybody try to find the app? You try to find the app?
I didn't see a link for it. I didn't even try.
It would have been nice if there were a link for it, but there is no link for it.
What's the name of it?
Ask NDTS. Ask NDTS. And it's an initiative. I don't know if they launched it yet, but the website have nothing to say about it.
Let's see.
Nope.
Nah,
The
nothing.
NES app came up.
Okay. Well, yeah. I'll put this link in the show notes for those of you who listening and actually want to go on the website and see what the government is doing, because the Ministry of Digital Transformation is not a bad place. They're just struggling with a lot. They have a lot to do in a short space of time. And the government is going to expect them to work magic, just like how they expect that to with all IT people. Yeah, just work magic now. Let's figure it out. What? It's not working yet? Why? Because it takes time. It takes time. All right. Good for them. Well, there's a place where technology is being integrated, and it's in agriculture. And that is kind of funny. We have a YouTube video to watch. So hold on to your seats, kids. We'll be back after this. Yay. Right now you're listening to Trinity TechCast, and more than likely you know that I love technology a lot. But more so, I love teaching technology. I'm a CSEC IT and CAPE Computer Science and IT teacher, and I have classes that are available. So if you know any student that's looking for quality CAPE Computer Science or CSEC IT classes, you can check us out 308-8799 on WhatsApp or makeitsimplett.com/register. You can get classes, notes, recordings, IA, SBA help, everything that you could think of that will get you that one in CSEC IT. So you can check us out. Back to the podcast. All right, technology and agriculture. Watch now. Tech farming. All right, let's watch a video.
Tech farming is becoming more popular and has revolutionized the agricultural sector worldwide, facilitating vertical farming systems. Sherilyn Lewis visited one tech farm in Moruga and filed this report for Tech Bites.
Revolutionizing the industry. AI, automation, and robotics have found their applications in vertical farming. And with government's thrust in the agriculture sector and digitization, the time couldn't be more appropriate for both to be applied locally.
The importance of vertical farming stems from a need to address the challenges faced by traditional agriculture, such as limited land availability, water scarcity, and the adverse effects of climate change. Thus, vertical farming holds the promise of providing fresh and nutritious produce year-round, regardless of climate or geographical constraints. Managing Director of IFAM TT, David Johnston, explained how it's done.
Taking a small space and being able to maximize the productivity within that space. By growing outside of just one dimension, we're able to either grow vertically like a wall or stacked horizontally to more or less maximize the space that we can use and the output that we can get. How we use technology within vertical farming can vary just based off of what we're trying to achieve, but ideally for us right now, we utilize technology to more or less reduce the amount of labor that we need to put in when it comes to farming. So whether it be automation in terms of our lighting system, our pumps, our temperature, all those sort of measures are all done basically from the ease of your phone and can be monitored that way as well.
Emerging technologies such as artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, robotics and automation have found their applications in vertical farming, revolutionizing the industry. AI-driven systems analyze vast amounts of data collected from sensors and cameras to optimize crop growth and resource utilization.
If you want to get into very specific about how plants grow and looking at the needs for specific crops, technology can be used to monitor and adjust whether it be nutrients to suit exactly for a type of crop to grow faster. Maybe for even if you wanted crops to have a different flavor, you could adjust that based off of some of the inputs that you put into the system itself. So technology you can use to monitor these systems, as well as in terms of expanding, it allows you to do more with less. Introducing technology is something that we shouldn't be afraid of, it's something that we should welcome. And it is something that in the long run will only assist us to be more productive.
The field of emerging technologies in vertical farming is constantly evolving with several recent trends and developments, and shows much promise within our local sector. I'm Charlene Lewis for TGT News with your Tech Bite.
All right, cool, great, wonderful. So here's what. My hot take is that thing real hard to do. Because I know a person who tried hydro farming already. Negative. You had a setup all kind of thing. All kind of pumps and pipes and thing and this and monitor that and nutrient water and this and all kind of drama and then right, water. So it's difficult to do. So the fact that they doing it in Trinidad and Tobago, I happy to see that. Very, very happy to see that. Because more than likely it's not a custom made solution, it's an app that they get from some company, maybe US based, maybe European based, or whatever the case is, and they give them like the cookie cutter breakdown of okay, these are the things that you have to put in place and then install this app, and it should work. I don't know how, but that's really encouraging for me to see. Yeah, that's my hot take.
Yeah, there are many places that deal with hydroponics and, well, hydroponics in general, but this is the first time I've seen vertical farming in Trinidad at that scale. Because I know it's heavily, not necessarily heavily, but I know it's widely adopted within the States because it's a way to,
make more money.
Consume less water. Yeah, consume less water and make more money. But like you said, you have to maintain the systems. You have to monitor the nutrients that go into the plants. You have to monitor temperatures, pumps, all of that. So using AI tools to help assist in that is a very good idea. It makes sense.
I know. You see the part when in the video where they had the little thing that I was picking the ripe tomatoes? That's not in Trinidad.
I think for the most part, what the technology they incorporated, and he mentioned it was in terms of the water systems and the lighting, in terms of being able to control that via the app, but getting down into in terms of that type of level of automation, I don't think we're probably not there yet.
I guess. Good.
Yeah. And I mean, they kind of open the video introducing it as a way to do farming if you don't have land. So it's more or less like an indoor thing you could do versus hydroponics is mostly outdoor. Right?
No, well, that's hydroponics.
I mean, that have hydroponics in it too.
Okay.
Because it's all pump. But the hydroponics is usually like a one-dimensional kind of thing where it's kind of flat. The vertical one now is the difficult part because you have to get water to run upwards consistently and flow through. If it's hydroponics, you could kind of just grade it and the water will go by gravity and you don't have to pump as much. But that vertical one, pain. That's real pain. Because there's a way where the water has to keep flowing, but it also has to stop at the spot for the plant to be able to introduce it, so it can't go too fast, but it can't go too slow because it gets stagnant.
And what was the name of the company again?
I wish they put it in the description. Just I'll go back. Come on, faster. Blah blah blah. So I can't see Jersey. I can't see as Jersey or anything like that. Something I Farm TT.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, I Farm TT. See if you find it. I'm sure they probably have like a social,
They
but
have Facebook and Instagram. No
yeah,
website.
and they probably they have the crops on display and thing. Now, me, I wouldn't mind personally supporting and buying crops from this place because I like to do that kind of thing. But if it's real expensive, no. But it would be nice to see us have this on a larger scale. The thing is, when it comes to technology in farming, the reason I was kind of skeptical about this article is that when we hear about technology in farming, normally you hear about a GPS-enabled tractor. And you just be like, come on, man, come on. A GPS-enabled tractor, you consider to be like,
if you go to the TikTok, he has a video where he does a tour at the farm and stuff like that. You understand it? So you could look at us. That's Google iFarm TT and check the TikTok page. I guess it's probably on the Instagram too.
Yeah.
Probably more the TikTok.
Oh, they have a website. Oh. Let's always go to the website. I want it.
Order your product. It didn't come up for me.
iFarm Trinidad.com.
Okay.
The website is our store. It have a shop, and if they tell me they deliver in Arima, and like they are branding and thing with it too. Romaine lettuce, mushrooms, premium greens, microgreens, baby arugula. What is that? Baby kale mix? Arugula.
Yes.
I'm so uncultured. What you just do with arugula?
You just eat it?
No, what you just make it just be on a salad?
Yeah, kind of more or less. You could like incorporate it, like
From
how you
salads to
incorporate
pizza.
spinach and thing. But
Okay.
my
Bhaji?
sister eats arugula. I don't.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I guess in a way.
As our
kinda.
cousin of Bhaji. Okay, a lot of green stuff here and mushrooms. And specialty lettuce mix. Contact us. They have a contact page and they have about us. So the website is pretty straightforward, but you could order things. I might try this out. I really feel like this might be fun to see if they'll actually deliver it and what's the process and how it works kind of thing. And they do have the TikTok page on the website. They also have Instagram.
Yeah.
But yeah,
If you Google, that's Google. My results didn't bring up the website. I just Google iFarm TT. Now it's on the TikTok.
Yeah, probably focus on TikTok. Yeah, I don't think we'll have time to watch, but yeah, I feel I want to check it out. Honestly, I feel I'm gonna try and see if I can support.
Was the website iFarmTrinidad.com?
iFarmTrinidad.com, yeah.
Okay.
Partially because greens matter to me at my age. So, some people be like, them things too expensive. I like, hey, I need to keep my, leafy green vegetables in rotation. But, the technology behind it, I want to, like when I'll probably watch a video after, but because of time. But if they have, sometimes you might have a a little backyard shop or a state-of-the-art facility, if they have this thing going and the government giving grants for agriculture, will they get a grant for agriculture that is not tractor-based and land-based? That is my concern. Because when you have like a private company getting a grant from the government, kind of difficult when you're not starting up now. Like if it's a startup and they have grants available, they just usually give out the grants to people who have like ideas, not people who
already operating.
Already operating and making money. Because they'll be like, well, you making money already, but this is something you should watch and be like, hey, this is something that is
should invest in,
that we want to see and help this thing grow. But then you might end up with the American syndrome, which is they invest so heavily in tech companies that the tech companies end up becoming more powerful than the government. And then that's that next thing they do this and they get so big that all other farmers get out of business and jobs go down and they know them kind of thing. Because that's the vein that people will be thinking. Like this thing's so efficient, you only need 5 people to work. That means less jobs for people. Nobody going to know how to till the soil and that kind of thing. And that's the issue technology does always bring up with us. And I don't know. I don't want that to be the reason, but somehow I feel like if things like these get too big, people will have an issue or have a problem. What do you think?
Yeah, but I think you kind of protected against that because the first thing they say doing something like this not easy. It's hard. So
true.
You're going to have to have a lot of effort and smart people who are willing to invest the time and energy into getting this off the ground and even having it at scale. Probably easier to get into traditional farming and be successful. Easier in terms of probably not effort, but in
quicker
terms of
and
how complicated it might be, to really get off the ground. Versus this, it have a probably higher bar to entry and learning curve, So, I mean, I don't think it will hurt to invest in it because at the end of the day, you're producing food and, as much as we could, as the goal and word over the past few years, diversify and produce your own food. And,
this is proper diversification in my eyes.
Yeah. But I mean, at the scale this could probably is, or at the scale it is right now, it's not going to make a dent in terms of us being able to feed ourselves. But, it's something commendable. And as
Let me
say
see.
Something,
They take one of them big warehouses, probably like an abandoned warehouse, right? And they say, all right.
Say 10,000 square feet.
Yeah, say, all right, you know what you're doing here? We're going into a private-public partnership where we give you the space because the government does do private-public partnership for housing, right? All the time. And they say, we give you such and such millions and we give you a chance to scale this and whatever the case is. And as in return, you have to do some sort of training program with the facility to teach others how to do it or some kind of drama like that. And you get a boost to scale because technically that is how the US tech companies get a lot of their things. They get into private-public partnerships with the back end of the government or some kind of thing like that to do some kind of contract with something because like what I learned is most of them big tech companies, they are contracts with the government for
Elon Musk.
Yeah, Elon Musk are contracts with the government, Microsoft are contracts with the government, Google are contracts with the government, especially with weapons and them kind of thing. All them stuff that's going on in the background, but we don't really know what happening. And it's because, well, that's where a lot of the money is from taxpayer money. When they collect all them taxes, that money had to go somewhere. So I saying, give these kind of people a little chance to partner, scale, and return something back to the country because they would not take up this challenge unless they're actually passionate about it. And if you get somebody that's passionate about something, investing in them is not a hard thing to do, because the investment money is not just for them to grab money and run. It's a heart that they have fit now. But then again, government money is a dangerous thing too, but it's a necessary thing. And Michaela government money. We don't know about that.
Government money is not sure. Well, it might be sure money, but it might get next 10 years.
Exactly, but they are doing more agricultural grants, like this program, my
DNS.
That.
Yeah, no, my DNS.
Yeah, so my sister is doing that right now. I think she's the second or third cohort, and people getting through. So.
Okay.
Check out my DNS.
Yeah,
DYNS or something. So.
Let me see.
Yeah, my DNS, youth development, something.
Yeah, so the program, so the Youth Agricultural Homestead Program. So basically, at the end of it, you get a starter home, and I think it's like 2 acres of agricultural land. But you have to do, I think the course is like a 2-year course. It has different aspects of it. So animal rearing.
A 1-year program would be University of Trinidad and Tobago, and then a 1-year practical training. You lag out there for a second, but that's okay. That's the 5 megabit flow. So it says 1 year UTT, 1 year practical, access to $20,000 startup grant, access to a starter home, access to 2 acres of land with a 30-year lease, and extension services and technical assistance with production, harvesting, marketing, and getting to market. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So
you just need to do one for Hydra.
Yeah, in order to get some of that, they have to do. So part of the program is they have to make a business plan. So they basically have to tell how they intend to run their business, what they intend to sell, how they intend to get the money. Well, not how they intend to get the money, how they intend to source the materials, all that. So I guess if somebody has a creative idea like vertical farming, they could pitch that and get the funding.
All right. That article brought some joy to my life. I'm going to check out our company to see how it's working, and I'll probably watch a TikTok video and probably hunt down the app or whatever it is they're using and the different things, because that's kind of cool. All right, last story for tonight. Well, today, whatever time you're listening. All right, so we all know that tariffs running all over the place because of Donald Trump. Well, now we have to talk about, will tech prices go up? So we'll be back after that. So what is happening is tariffs are being placed on everybody that the US trades with, right? And even the closest neighbor from Canada to Mexico to China, everybody getting tariffs dropped on them because Donald Trump wants to make America great again, and all the manufacturing thing have to take place inside it. Right, that's the political side of it, right? Long and short? Do you have anything else to add?
It has some other things too. He more or less trying to, I don't have to say bully, but trying to get people to do things that he wants. So he would use it as a threat, and then people would kind of come to the table to negotiate. So like with Canada and Mexico, he initially put it on, then they'll come to the table and he say, okay, I'll halt it for a month or two, and if you do what we agree to do, then we'll leave it off. So it's a kind of posturing, but I mean, it's for some countries, he just have it there, and you probably he wants something from it. He wants something out of it. I don't think he would have it there perpetually, but he using it like a kind of threat, kind of bargaining to When we could continue.
Alright.
Cool. One of that call like with the EU too, right? I was looking, kind of paying attention to it. So like with the EU, he had a talk he did with the World Economic Forum a couple of weeks ago with a lot of the talking about the tech companies and a lot of the CEOs from Europe and stuff. You know, and he was like, it kind of was in line with a lot of things we was talking in the past. He was like, Europe, or they have been treating us very badly, or they have been suing our tech companies. They have been putting all these regulations in place, and more or less saying that he don't like it, and they need to do something about it. Because you can't be treating our tech companies bad, and then in turn want us to do business with you, and you know, have things free and open. So it's a kind of, real posturing and politics and that kind of thing.
First of all, Michaela, anybody you know care about this?
I care about this because I had a biotech. I care about this, which is why I was like, everybody gets all your tech before he comes into office, because everything gonna go up. So I care about it. Everybody else kind of like, they'll feel it. They'll feel it when the price is raised, though. They called me a madman, but I'm right.
So I mean, that's a part of the reason you see a lot of, like you see in Tim Cook, you see in Google CEO, Mark Zuckerberg, you see all of them aligning with him, because they think that he would try and kind of realign things with the EU and all the... I mean, the EU sue the hell out of Facebook and Google, Apple, all of them. So they trying to align with him because they think he would try and push the bar with the EU in terms of...
All right, so what's the article? There are two articles. One of them is from financialpost.com. The EU prepares to hit big tech in retaliation for Donald Trump's tariffs. A bazooka tool is being considered as bloc's trade ministers express support for punitive action if necessary. Basically saying, the European Union is planning to hit Silicon Valley with retaliatory measures if United States President Trump follows through with threats to impose tariffs on the bloc, right? Which is basically European, right? Mm-hmm. The European Union is cooking into its anti-coercion instrument in a potential dispute with Washington, said two officials, blah, blah. All right. The tool, which was drawn up during Trump's first term, was subsequently used as a deterrent against China, allows the EU's executive arm to impose restrictions on trade in services if it determines that a country is using tariffs on goods to force changes in policy. Mm-hmm. Now, what that basically means to put restrictions on trade in services is not just the actual physical devices, you know. What they were going to try to do is to try to affect intellectual property rights, commercial exploitation, software download, streaming services, all them different things. So an app might be 99 cents in, you know, like when we see an app, we see it for $1 and $1 and 37 cents or something like that. Mm-hmm. Sometimes in our stores we see it. It's not 99 cents. We see it for 137. That's because the tax has to be applied to it. The 33% tax has to be applied to it in advance before we download it. Because in the States, 99 cents is 99 cents, and the 33% does go to the company or some kind of thing like that, right? So in Europe, if I'm quoting it correctly, they have different ways of handling those taxes and those app downloads and streaming services and all of that kind of drama. And what we might be looking at is not just the prices of hardware going up, but the price of software going up. And if the price of software goes up, that's a whole different ball game, because companies that are based in Europe who are using servers that are based in the States will now have to negotiate their prices, because that's a European country using a service that is based in the States. Therefore, like Spotify got to carry out the thing again. Netflix. Well, not Netflix is a US company, but there are a lot of European tech companies that we use all the time that might end up in a not just
so
hardware base.
the way I see it is how to look and see, like, sorry, for example, with Mexico and the US, when he first imposed the tariff on Mexico and he told Mexico they need to secure the border, whatever, right? So how to look and see who are more leverage over who. In terms of, if he impose a tariff on Mexico versus Mexico imposing a tariff on the US, Mexico does probably sell 80% of Mexico exporters probably to the US, when the US don't really export much to Mexico. So the US are more leverage in that case. So look at the EU now. Who are more leveraged than who? The US tech companies stand to lose more, or the EU stand to lose more? Say it have a full-blown tech trade war or whatever. Who stand to lose more? Who are more leverage over who? It's kind of who going and blink first. And both, I mean, in this article reference, kind of what I was saying, this whole posturing is because of policy change and how, quote unquote, harsh the EU policies is beyond the tech companies. That's kind of what it is about. So who are more leverage over who stand to lose more? And that's where, I guess, let's see who blink first. Because I mean, in the earlies, he probably going to follow through the tariffs, so going to have pain. People might want to, depending on how long ago, people might come to the negotiation table and be like, okay, we can't do this anymore. I'm willing to give this up. Or some type of compromise or other come. Because in the past, I mean, you didn't have somebody as... I don't know what to say. Somebody like him who would actually try to do something like this.
So you know Facebook and them have servers in all different parts of the world, right?
Yeah.
And if the EU say, we going down that route, the data center that you have in Brussels, that you're paying a reductive amount of electricity bill for, you're going to pay the full price for that data center from now on. And then Facebook will be like, Donald, here's what they're doing to me. And he'll be like, you wanna do that to my tech company? All right, the data that is sent from Facebook across the pond to your place, you have to pay twice as much for that bandwidth now because of this and that. And well, blinking, easy. What should I say? Blinking is easy when it comes to physical things. Because physical things is ships, is shipments, is ports, is docking and those sort of things. But when it comes to software, data and bandwidth, it has real possibilities and options and loopholes that you could jump through to play games with people. Because all of a sudden, your bandwidth just drop. And you'll be like, we have some router issues we're currently investigating. Or
all of a sudden, someone in the UK paying £10 a month for Netflix.
Yeah.
Then tomorrow is $50.
Yeah,
That's
correct.
crazy.
Wow, $100 a month. Pounds a month for Netflix.
Exactly. And then Netflix had to decide now if they could continue with that and then be reassured by the US government that don't bend to the EU's tactics or whatever the case is.
Yes, a whole...
And then that filtering down to us somewhere because the Latin America people are going to have the same kind of drama because they have Netflix Latin America. That's the Netflix we get.
No, I mean, we not going to impose a tariff on them, so they probably wouldn't. You know, he tried it with Colombia. Colombia tried to do something. He put on he said, all right, 100 whatever tariffs and restrictions, and Colombia folded in like half an hour. They was like, okay, we ain't going through that no more. So I think this side of the pond, we probably like Trinidad. We ain't going on what tariff we gonna impose on the US.
No, I'm talking about us using the technology service that is in a particular region that may end up in this battle because right now we're seeing the battle with the EU. But Brazil has been known to fight the US for things already. Brazil fights Twitter. Brazil, they fight iPhone.
I think you gotta look at that's with under Biden. You gotta look at things new because
okay. They never kiss the ring.
They never had a politician like Trump. I don't think it ever had somebody like that. So he's a kind of wild card in terms of how people might deal with him.
All right. So now let me see if I could pose a question to all you. If you hear the prices of technology going to go up in November, what are you going to try to buy before November?
I want to buy a new iPhone.
Same.
No, but like for me, I could probably say I'll get out travel and I could buy one when I travel, but like stuff.
Okay, wait. If you go to the States, the price will go up too, because if it goes up because of the China tariff or something and the Foxconn and the transfer and whatnot, the iPhone that was $699 might end up being $799, the basic one.
Well, yeah, buy iPhone.
I want a monitor.
Sure.
Another monitor on ultra wide. Well, another ultra wide.
So, all right. Now, how much will be too much when it does take place, or if it does take place? How much will be too much? So, let's say a basic model, Galaxy S25, iPhone 16, 17, whatever it is. The basic model is like $600 US, all right? $700 US. Okay.
Yeah, around 7, 8.
Okay. You're okay with that going up to 1,000 for the basic model?
No. They can't even raise it by $1. No. And I'm buying it.
I keep him quiet. He's spending 1,000 US.
Yeah, like
you have adult money. That's the problem. No.
So how old are you? Is that adult?
23, but yes, I don't think no adult money.
Yeah, but there's adulting and then there's adulting. That's like
with me.
Exactly.
My phone, I used to pay like 1,000 for my phone, but my company is giving me back the money. So come
you see, now
you can afford it. Okay.
Because a caveat, right? I not getting back no money. So if you tell me the next Pixel is 1,000 US, I'll be quite unhappy. Because
if I had to spend my own money,
well, of course, that was the question. Yeah, so like right now, my laptop is 7 years old, right?
Yeah.
I know that in the next 2 years, I'll most likely have to replace it. But I just waiting for like one to speak to me now, like it had to be a 2-in-1 that speaks to me. But if you're speaking to me and you're speaking too loud, and the amount of money that I had to pay to get, because I think I'd pay $6,000 for my laptop in 2017.
I don't even know how much I pay for my laptop.
2017 I paid for my and I was got 2-in-1, and I knew exactly what I wanted it for. I was for teaching. I used the whiteboard and I using that to do everything I have to do teaching, right? So the next 2-in-1 that speak to me, if them tell me that thing is 12,000 US, I gonna be like, bro, I didn't budget for that. I know I'm gonna keep it long, and then they say 15,000 US or 1,500 US, sorry, whatever the case is, that kind of thing. That definitely will make me feel like, nah, boy, I don't want to go through this. But we're not too sure if this is actually going to happen yet. All of it is conjecture because remember, tariffs is posturing. So if it does happen, we have to deal with it. If it doesn't happen, well, then everything will just be normal and everybody will live. But something had to happen. Yeah. And if Netflix tell me,
you think
that the price of Netflix going up to 25 US, because right now I think it's going up to 17, I think, something like that. Yeah, Netflix might be that pirating might be the best. Sorry, I didn't say that, but
given all the all the regulations and all the headway the EU make in the past, say 10 years or so, you think they're going to back down to try and come to the table and negotiate something?
I feel they're going to fight and they're going to make it hard for them. I feel they're gonna be like, oh no. You think we have no skin in the game, but I know you want the Spanish market. I know you want the Portuguese market. I know you want the English market. And if we make it hard for you to have your apps and your devices inside these markets here,
but then
somebody
I
go-
say within you think the EU as a whole united against that? Like say some countries is like, hold on. Or like say Spain or Italy and
the EU ain't breaking up after Brexit happened.
yeah.
And and Britain realized the shippiness that they do. This is kind of political. These are my views. And the rest of Europe realized that trading within themselves is a very lucrative thing. Like being able to pass things between Italy to whatever, and pass around like that. That is saving them a lot of money because the train systems, the interconnectivity, tourism, all them things, and technology, they like that too.
Because it are one or two countries that real friendly towards Elon Musk and like I know Italy for sure. Italy Prime Minister real friendly towards them.
Yeah.
So it'll be
But-
interesting to see.
Nah, I don't think Trump's strong enough to break up the EU.
I don't think he'll break it up.
In fighting.
I think they will come to the table eventually because for some way, somehow, I think they will come to the table.
And we have to remember that this man have 4 years to do this. So some people might just wait it out.
Yeah.
The speed at which they're moving, yeah. I don't think you will wait 4 years. 4 years are a high price. 4 years are paying
No.
$1,000
4 years,
for
not 4 years are high prices, but you could kind of fake negotiate and be like, okay, we'll come to the table and drag, and be like, oh shucks, your term finished. Way.
Nah.
Yeah.
I don't think
I
that
don't
would
know.
work. I
Yeah.
don't think now. We'll see. But I don't think that would work good. As I say, he's a real special. If he would use that word, I'm probably saying it nicely.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's tech prices going up. I'll be on the lookout for that because I might
Me
just start to
too.
eye that new laptop and just be like, nah, well, I'm gonna get that before this thing start hit because someone I'm talking to me, but they ain't speaking to me. Yeah.
I felt that. I have to buy a new mouse. Well, I don't have to, but I want to buy another mouse. Because right now I have this. This is my Logitech MX Master 3S, and I can connect to up to 3 devices, but I have 4 devices. So I should get another one.
I have a 720, MX 720. It could connect to 3 devices. Are the buttons on the side and thing?
Yeah, it has the buttons.
Yeah.
On the side, it has a verticals. But they call this direction, boy.
Yeah.
Horizontal scroll.
Yeah. Mine too. Yeah. Why you want to connect to 4 devices though?
Because I have lots of devices and I'm lazy.
Oh, hold on. Now I need to ask you more questions. What 4 devices your mouse have to connect to besides
So
your main
I have-
PC and yeah.
Okay, so all my devices, I have my work laptop, I have my other work laptop, because I have 2 different work laptops. I have my normal laptop, so my personal laptop. I have my personal PC, that's a new one, and then my personal PC, the old one. So I have 5 different devices.
I thought I had plenty. I have 2 laptops and a PC.
Yeah, so I have 3 laptops and 2 PCs.
Why doing it in my life? I have a PC and a laptop and I doing what I had to do. Okay. 2 work laptops. What?
Yeah, 2 work laptops. Yeah, because somebody testing, we'd have to do, if it's on a monitored system, it mightn't go through. You know, defenses
Right,
and all that.
right,
Cha-la-la-la-la-la-la.
yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm glad I asked. Okay.
Yes. See? So this is connected to both work laptops and my personal laptop. But I need one for my PC, you know?
Get a separate mouse. I think a PC deserves its own mouse.
Yeah, it does, which is why I need to buy another one. Because the
You just
mouse
justified. I
have,
thought we were supposed to not make a just. Oh wow.
because the mouse I'm using for this PC is this Logitech G403, but I stopped using this because with the G403, it has a issue with the scroll. So like I would scroll down and it would magically scroll back up for itself, and it's so irritating.
I have a Logitech G502 Hero.
And I have that one as well on my other PC, the wired version. I love that.
How did
I love
the
that
wired
mouse.
version too, yeah.
It's amazing. I had to get a mouse bungee for it because the wire itself was irritating me. So I have a mouse bungee and it's perfect. Love it. I like buying tech. That's why I'm so vexed. I like tech.
From a laptop, I had this generic made in China, no name mouse.
I don't know that, but then I get a Logitech one, but Logitech one, the Pebble one. This one real nice and thin, and
that looks like it.
No,
it looks like it go hurt up your hand. Like this is an ergonomic mouse.
No. This is for travel. When you don't want to use that touchpad, but you need to lock in and do some spreadsheet things, and you had to drag things around.
Drop.
Yeah, drag and drop.
Yeah.
When I take that mouse out of my bag, tell yourself I lock in on something. Because normally my touchpad, I'll do everything, but yeah, I will go through that.
See, my carpal tunnel doesn't let me use my touchpad, no? My hand will start to hurt.
Save that for me to say.
No, but that's why I have glasses too. It's Form 6 comes, so I'd mash up my eyes,
All right.
So, in other words, it's your fault.
Eyes, I'm the villain here.
Yep.
For sure.
No, actually, sir is a hero. But he's the one who was like, she probably needs glasses, So I was like, what idea?
In conclusion, for today's show, we spoke about time to digitize Trinidad and Tobago and the articles that they talk about, the things that the Ministry of Digital Transformation is doing. We saw it and we kind of looked through the website. It does exist. The app that I spoke about, we didn't find it though, but good stuff inside here. Tech and agriculture, the hydroponics or vertical farming video that we watched, it was cool. It was good. Good to know. And it was slightly motivating or inspiring. And will tech prices go up? We had some interesting discussions. Tried not to be too political, but we had to get a little bit political fit. But at the end of the day, if prices go up, you might have to buy some stuff before the year is up. Not saying that it will happen, but if it does happen, that's kind of like that. But it could also affect software. And that was us for today. Thank you very much for listening all the way to the end, you wonderful folks. And let me quickly check the numbers. I don't know. We'll not check the numbers, but
when the new iPhone does come out in September?
September, yeah. September, and then October will be the Pixel has come out in August. September will be iPhone, and then Techtober does kits, and all kind of things will start to happen.
Yeah, I do for a new, like you could buy a new phone you're allowed to buy a new phone or laptop every 3 years to get back the money. So I'm due for a new one.
Right. Yeah, numbers consistent. Yeah. I'll check the Spotify numbers consistent as usual, and I'll check the Apple numbers and see those folks. I told you today. Say goodbyes and all of that stuff. My name is Andre Charles.
Yeah. Akim there.
Good.
And Michaela Noel.
Yeah, nice to have you. Look out for the shorts, and there's on the YouTube channel for those of you all who trying to figure out what Michaela does look like, because you're listening using audio, because you're so old school. People listening to our podcast is considered like old school now. They'd be like, oh yeah, I watch a podcast. I was like, a podcast is supposed to be listened to. And you're like, boomer. And I realize, when people say podcast now, they're talking about the video version.
But
it depends, I do both.
Yeah, sometimes I do both. But most of them I do audio, but sometimes.
Yeah,
I'll do
but I be
video.
listening to podcasts now on audio, and every minute they're saying, if you see what's on the screen right now, or look at this,
Yeah.
or look at that, or look at that, and I listen
Like-
to the audio, or click this video for click on this or video that's coming up next, and I listening to you, bro. Like, care about
Yeah,
me too now. Yeah,
Kind of like what we do zoo.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. At least, as remember, we have a listening audience. So I'd be like, right now on the screen, for those of you listening, we are looking at this or that kind of thing. Yeah, something like that. I tell you. We gone. We will see you next week for episode 103. Who knows what will happen next in technology. But maybe Trinidad and Tobago will do something that we care about. And I'll stop now. Bye.